I don't know. I have
Oh,
no idea.
okay.
Okay, folks. So we've got anime. We've got video game adaptation stuff. Ooh.
Hmm.
We also have a great event coming up. We've got a lot going on, and it's Monday, um, MLK Day. Thank you
Amen.
very much.
Amen.
All right, Jabba, are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Outstanding. Got straightest thumbs on her block. We're downsizing now.
Okay.
Always keep them guessing. Always. Folks, let's have some fun. Let's go. Hey, folks, welcome to TBA News. Almost forgot the damn intro. Thank you
Yeet.
for TBA News, presented by the Hungry Bleak channel. I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak.
Oh, my bad. I'm about to forget myself. This is your girl Java Chan. My bandana is on too tight.
I've had a hat on all day, and I think the one I have is a little too tight as well. You probably can still see the ridges. And this is your anime and gaming update episode. Look, wow. It's been snowy here in Jersey. It's a
Mm,
little cold.
mm,
We were playing Destiny earlier this morning,
mm-hmm.
doing some cool stuff. But there was a lot of anime this weekend that I dove into it in today. And Java, speaking of anime, my goodness, you kind of perked my ears up with this one.
I
Anime
mean,
NYC.
yeah. I mean, might as well get the summer started early. Tickets are now on sale for Anime NYC, which is hosting from the 20th to the 23rd in New York City at your local Jacob Javits Center. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, you've been living under a rock because it's been popular with a good amount of people. I mean, I've just been busy going to other conventions where the timelines kind of overlap each other, where I haven't gone back, I think, since like 2019. So it's been quite a minute. Or with the port, no, yeah, no, I can't think. Anyway, I'm letting you guys know the tickets are now on sale. They're not, and right now prices are good, and especially for people that usually do like those 4-day passes. So like if you want to get your badge, because they're now mailing them out right about now. Let's see, if we were to buy a badge, goes to a wholly different menu, but it's totally fine. 4-day badges for a mail-in option are about $175. So you figure with tax included and shipping, let's go around for like 200 roughly for 4 days.
All right.
I mean, you can't say it out. And right now, it's only January, but the NYC Plus was like all that extra like VIP crap. It's already sold out.
Not
And that was
surprised.
like for 475. So I think you get like, early screening, merch, because who doesn't like good merch and stuff. So you're already on the waiting list for that. But I mean, your sponsors are your typical people, Viz Media and Netflix. I'm sorry, you have to do the chime for it. You cannot say it normally, okay? Um,
Outstanding.
but you do. We got a Crunchyroll, G Kids, High Dive, Bandai Namco. So you like pretty like popular titles. So they haven't announced like anybody that's who's gonna be there because we're still like what? How many days out are we at?
You mean months?
Yeah, months. They usually just put them by days. So I know we are like a good couple months. So like be on the lookout for this. So like I said, if you want to get your tickets now, because when it comes to like New York City events, they get booked up and sold out quickly before like 3 months even before the show is even available.
Mm. Yeah, especially for Anime NYC. Like the last few years, I've actually been thinking about going, but I never know when it is. I know it's in like between August and September. I never know when it
Mm-hmm.
is, and then it happens, and then I end up. But then my focus is usually on New York Comic Con,
Mm-hmm.
so I always forget it. But I would love to go to this, especially since this year, like I've made more of a an effort to get more into anime. Even I watched a couple of subbed episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And also going to uh, the Bandai store that we went to.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Exactly. So that kind of makes it worth it too. So I would love to go just to have that experience and to see what's going on there. So that's something I'm strongly thinking about, and I would just want to take it. And I already know Jacob Javits, so it makes it easier. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is pretty cool. We'll let you know about more of this, and Java will be on top of that one, especially with the guests that are going to be coming in. I think that would be awesome. I know that you submitted.
Actually, not for this one.
I
I
thought you
gave
submitted
you
for this
I
one
gave you
too.
the submission for the press pass for this. And
Ah,
they
okay.
started acting about us. I'm like, hey, you, sir, get on it now.
I thought you submitted for this one too as like a vendor.
No. I
I
was just
thought
giving you
you
the
did.
difference between the from the drive wise versus me having an aneurysm or not having an aneurysm.
I thought you were still going to do it just to say, oh,
No. So
that would
just
be cool.
for context, people, I submit myself for Fan Expo Philadelphia, which is going to be in May. So fingers crossed if I were to get it or not. So hopefully I do, because that's also my birthday weekend. So fingers crossed. I haven't heard back. I don't know. I don't know when I hear back, but I do know I do have the book. At least the hotel's like right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Might do that.
Awesome.
Might do that my next paycheck.
We're going to root for that one, folks, because I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And that would be a cool way to spend a birthday too. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, because that
That'd
one
be
I
really
already
cool.
know they already dropped a few of the people that are going to be there as long as they don't cancel. So we have like the cast of the Lord of the Rings, like the OG movies.
Oh,
So they're going to be there and a few more. I'll give you guys all the details in our chats and stuff.
oh yes. Oh my God. If I, uh, Sir Ian McKellen, Magneto. Oh,
I
he's
know, I
awesome.
know.
Dude, so awesome. I actually love him. So next one is we've got a new anime startup called Jack of All Trades. This was actually pretty cool. I liked it.
I
This one
didn't
was
know
actually
our
fun.
buddy Kabuto was going to be in this one.
That's a Destiny inside clan joke right there, folks. Um, no, but this one we would never do him like this. This was kind of was kind of messed up. So
Oh.
Jack of All Trades, Party of None. We our lead character is something that they would call it, like they gave him the nickname behind his back, gave him the nickname Jack of All Trades. Now he and his friend started this party um where they go into dungeons and go after monsters and everything like that. So they started this party when they were kids. They were best friends, started it up, and he was a swordsman, but because they needed a what was it, a support magic,
Mhm.
he ended up doing it because he had the best aptitude for it, but he was still more of a swordsman. But he had the best aptitude for the magic, but he wasn't the best at it, unfortunately. So he made up for it by making up his own spells and being able to save them a bunch of times. But at a certain point, his party ends up getting rid of him. They fire him out of the group,
Damn.
which sucks. And his best friend is telling him, "Well, this is why we did it, but we've already got somebody there." And he said, "Well, you're the worst at magic." He's like, "Yeah, but I was a swordsman before this. That's why I'm not as good at magic, but I've always been able to help us out." So he says, "Oh, well, screw it, what have you." So he ends up saying, "Well, if I can't be a part of this group, and I'm not that good at magic, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to try and do both." So he's a swordsman and his own support magic, which is kind of odd. But that's how he got the name of Jack of All Trades. They give it to him as almost like as to make fun of him, but it
Mhm.
ends up being something that really is good about him because he's able to multitask and do different things. So he ends up creating and forming his own party with these novices, and they're gonna have this growing party and growing friendship and everything like that. Going into dungeons, it's almost similar to solo leveling, not as brutal. Solo leveling can be very brutal, emotionally
Yeah.
and physically. But this one was a little bit too because they're in like their room, their office, what have you, and they're telling him why. And it's like four of them, and they're all going at him about why he's fired from the group. But he's making points about saying, "Well, I did this and this, and you guys didn't do this," and they're still just going at him. And it kind of sucked. But then you see his resilience and him in the dungeon, while he's in the dungeon, he ends up hearing this other party talk about, oh, we survived and everything, but it sucks that we had to leave this girl. Well, it was us. We had to leave. If we didn't leave, we wouldn't have survived. She wasn't as strong, so it was gonna have her. The monsters are gonna the orcs are gonna end up getting into her because there were just too many. So he runs back to save her, saves her, and she realizes, oh, he's his own support magic and a swordsman, and she's the first one to befriend him and to go into this new party that they're gonna have. I was kind of
Mhm.
liking this. I was kind of liking this. This is a nice. This is not a slight to it. Um, because we don't know exactly when we're going to be getting solo leveling again.
Mhm.
I say this is a nice kind of stand-in for that. If you're feeling that, if you need something similar to solo leveling, I would say this one would be that one. This or Shield Hero, but I think this is more like this has more of a solo leveling feel to me.
Mm. Okay. No,
So I
wait.
was a fan of it.
What's this on?
This is on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
They are, I want to say 3 episodes in. The first episode is dubbed.
Okay.
Then the other 2 are subbed. But I'm a fan of this. Excuse me very much, folks. I apologize. But I was a fan of this. I definitely enjoyed it. So yeah, Jack of all trades, Party of none. Except I believe there's 3 episodes up right now on Crunchyroll.
Okay. Cool. Oh, is this like what days it drop? Like new episodes?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, you just like stumbled upon it and
Yeah, I kind of like I said that one day I stumbled upon like 5 animes. I was like, wait, hold on, y'all gotta chill. And they were just all like throwing out episodes. I think this one might be a Sunday.
okay.
This one might be a Sunday series. So I thought I saw 2, but then on Sunday it looked like there were 3. So I want to say this is going to be a Sunday series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't quote me, but I'm thinking.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
MTV International. Sorry. Hit the SAP button there, folks. I apologize, but what I do not apologize about is getting video game adaptations. And Jabba, God
Yes.
of War.
Yes, so we have a talk of God of War. I mean, it's been talked about for a couple years now. We do have a casting for Kratos, and it's the homie Ryan Hertz. If you're not familiar with him, he actually did voice the character Thor in Ragnarok.
Oh,
So that means he's coming back to play as Kratos.
That's cool.
I mean, some people are like, kind of in their feels because, like, of like the other characters that he's done. I think he was in like Outsiders, and then come to my stupid knowledge, I didn't realize that he was in The Walking Dead in like the later part of the series as one of the was one of the walkers for Beta. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So I want to see what they do. My thing is, though, I don't know if they're gonna retell like this God of War or like OG God of War.
Okay.
So, and then again, I'm just saying, I know people might have their gripes because technically Kratos he's Greek, and I was like, with him being Greek, he's a little bit darker for like melanin stuff, and obviously Ryan's white, so it's like they're like, oh no, that's not it because he's not looking like that, but he's gonna be covered in ash the entire time, unless they do a brief backstory. That's it.
Yeah, I know him. I know him from 2 things mostly. I know him from the Lady Killers. They did a remake with him, Tom Hanks, Marlon Wayans, and a few other people, and it was a phenomenal movie. Loved it. He did such a great role. And I also know him from Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, that was another. I didn't think of it.
As Opie. No, I think there was a series called The Outsiders that he was in too.
There is, but I just couldn't think of the other one that he was.
Yeah.
That he was famous for. So yeah, you're right, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Opie, which was one of the best characters and one of the most heartbreaking deaths in the series as well. Spoiler alert for a show that's been out for probably like 20-something years. Or at least over 10 years. I know people were upset about Christopher Judge not getting the role or not being, but he even said that he's going to be, I think, 60 soon.
Yeah.
And just that type of wear and tear on your body. And I think he's already had some injuries.
Mm-hmm.
I think his knees, maybe something like that, his hips, something like that. And if they do this and if it goes well, you want to have a franchise.
True.
That type of wear and tear is going to be something else.
I mean,
But
a lot of people were asking for Jason Momoa because he just has the build for it, and people have done
mhm,
photoshops of him on it, which I could see.
mhm.
I mean, if not, I would say if I had to choose a person, I'd probably choose Gerard Butler, since he did 300, and it kind of makes sense before that whole Spartan type of thing. But then again, he's also older too.
Yeah, because he's up there too. I don't know who I would have actually cast. I honestly don't know. Um, yeah, I like him. I kind of would like someone with melanin. I don't know his racial cultural background. He could actually have some melanin. He could actually have some olive. I don't know. Yes. Um, but I think as far as like with the ash and everything and the look, I think he would be it. He's got the feel, he's got the vibe. I mean, if you look at the pictures right now, I mean, they kind of look dead on like siblings or father, son, what have you.
Yeah, he would just have probably if they're doing this God of War, he would probably at least put on maybe 20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, because he's a big guy to begin with, and he's been a big guy.
Yeah, because technically
For
speaking, I think from this is just me being a nerd because I played all the God of Wars.
yes,
Technically speaking, like Kratos was supposed to be 6'5" 6'7". Not no joking on the 6'7". I'm just saying for height wise. Damn. Like he's supposed to be kind of like the above average height for a guy,
mhm.
because especially compared to Thor, Thor in the game he's like a foot taller than him, so like Thor has to be like 7 feet at
Oh
least.
wow,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not sure. I know Ryan's a big guy. I don't know how tall he is, but I know that he's a big guy. Um, because when he was on Sons of Anarchy, like he's a big huge guy. The one thing I would be curious about is the hair, because he's been growing out his hair and that beard for a while. Even before this, would he be shaving his head?
I mean because he's got the.
He would
You're
have
gonna
to.
have to.
You
You're gonna
have
have
to.
to.
If you don't shave your head for this role,
And Kratos never had hair at
yeah,
all.
nope, he's never had it. He's
I've
always
always
had
been
that.
bald.
Yep, he's always been like just scalp, just raw dog scalp.
And I mean, his markings gave him the name Ghost of Sparta. So they let him know who he is because he had the red mark all over.
Hmm.
So I'm like, you can't mess that up.
Yep. So I'd be curious but this is still just the cast. This is the early stages. We don't know the details
Yeah,
of
we
it.
don't know the true story of it
Right.
just yet. So
Like you even said, we don't know which God of War we're going to be getting, the original series, or if we're going to be getting the one where he's a father, like that. The more like the later God of War series, we don't know. I would be really curious and interested to see what happens. It's another one that we will stay up on.
definitely speaking, because I need to watch it. Because
Kind of makes me
not
want to play the games.
I need to watch it, not even because I think Ryan Hurst is hot or whatever. I just need to watch for the plot. I actually want to watch for the story and see what they do. I'm just saying. I just put it out there.
Because every other time we go, I'm watching it for the plot, and then the plot is Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yes. One time you said the plot thickens, and I'm watching it for the plot, and I was like, oh, and I saw a picture of Michael B. Jordan. I said, the worst, the absolute
Yeah,
worst.
no, I'm actually here to see exactly what storyline they use.
Yeah, this would be the two series that I would really be interested in your takes, or movies or what have you. Your takes would be obviously this God of War and Assassin's Creed, when that's going to be coming. I don't know when that's going to become. I think that's supposed to be a series. I want to say a live
That's
action
a
series.
lot.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
oh
yeah.
God,
There's so much there to.
there's
There's
only
so
so
much
much
stuff there.
history where it's okay. I'm trying to be good before Black History Month. They literally can't wash it, if you know what I mean. They can't wash that entire franchise. Just saying.
They have to go through different periods in time,
That's a lot.
and not just stay with one. I know I want Altair, obviously. You know what? This could be a whole other episode because I know the one that I would be the most interested in would be probably Connor,
Mm,
just because we don't have a lot of Indigenous First Nations representation on TV, inclusion like that. And I just loved he was probably my favorite because whenever he would kill an animal, he would pray over it. And I loved his gear, and I love any type of axe or tomahawk. Like, and
true.
I love those. So he was just a cool character to
I
me as
would
well.
want I would want Origins.
Oh, oh yes, yes.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
love the Egypt theme. As big as that map was,
oh,
I like anything like, I like the Egypt.
shadows,
Yeah.
shadow. Okay,
Oh,
yes.
Shadows is a good one too, but I
See,
have to play it now that I have it on my PC. I get to play it, so I have to play it first.
I thought you played that one already.
No, because I didn't have. Remember, it was on PS5. I didn't have PS5.
Oh yeah, that's right. We never robbed that bank. That's true.
No,
My fault.
but it's on PC now because I got it for a discount through Steam. Thank you.
That's awesome. Speaking of Steam, we have another anime coming up that had nothing to do with anything. Um, that that segue had nothing to do with anything, folks.
Shame.
So red cup kind of night. So it's just water. So next one up we have is Dark Moon: The Blood Altar. This was another new anime that popped up. Good Lord, they were just throwing them out there.
Jesus.
This one is basically about this school, this academy, and in this world, vampires exist. And they've kind of been living within humanity, like the ranks. They've kind of been blending in, um, and we have this young girl who starts at this new academy, this new school, and she meets these seven guys. Seven guys end up turning out to have powers, and they're they're kind of drawn to her, and she's not sure why, and they're not sure why, and she has powers too. Like she's very strong. That was my Dirt Devil fell onto the ground for some reason. Um, I think because I used it today and I just didn't. Maybe I didn't put it on the
Put it
shelf
away.
properly. I don't know.
Does she know that she has powers?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's a scene because I had my back turned because this one was in English. The other ones I watched were subbed, and I turned around and she was holding like a whole bed over her head, like frame and everything. And I was like, it was just such a random thing to say. And they were surprised. She was surprised. Then they each show her that they have a power. One is very strong. One is able to control the darkness. One is able to control fire. Another one is able to control, I think, light. Um, and the last one, I don't think he ever showed his power because he didn't want them to reveal their powers to her anyway. Then you find out that these seven guys are vampires. But the thing about it is that the school is kind of on like holy ground. So none of them should be able to go there and do anything, which is very interesting to me. So I want to see where it goes from there, but it's almost got like kind of like almost like a I don't know what the category for anime would be. Maybe romance, maybe I'm not sure. But
Is there any
I enjoyed it.
comedy?
There's a bit of comedy there. There's going to be some action too. Maybe slice of life kind of. I want to say it's kind of slice of
I'm
life
thinking
horror.
that
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, a little bit of. But I enjoyed it. I ran to it because it was vampires, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then it had that nice little look. I was like, oh, okay. Then at the end, they reveal that they're vampires. So she may be one they don't know, but again, they shouldn't be able to be at the school because of the holy ground because of where it's at.
Right.
So I'm interested in that. Oh, real quick, let me say, said Pharaoh, he would take an Assassin's Creed movie was trash. That the first one was.
I didn't watch it.
I kind of don't remember it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just remember it being dark, like not like material wise, just like the look of it was very dark. Which I guess it just yeah. I halfway watched it and I was like yeah, like they had the animus in there and everything. It was
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, I mean, I was gearing to watch it, but I didn't watch it. I remember I tried to catch it when it was on like the channel USA, and I'm like, okay, nope, I'm gonna miss it. And I think it's now on, was it Netflix or HBO?
It
One
bounces
of them.
between Max and Netflix.
Yeah, one of them. I know I have a queue somewhere that I need to watch and maybe just like, dogpile on it. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, check it out. But yeah, but gotta have the
First God
that
of
movie.
War.
That would be awesome. I'm excited for that in general. I just want to see what they're gonna do and how they're gonna make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I played the first 2 or 3 games. I think I can't really remember. I didn't play the more updated ones, but I want to because I want to get to the part where the Egyptian gods kill him. I do not want him to lose. I want him to lose to the Egyptian gods. I do not want them to lose to him. That's biased. I realize that. Kratos, you've been in the game for a minute, but I think it's time that you fall to Anubis. Just saying. Um,
I can't say nothing. I mean, like he's already knocked down 2 different, like, realms
yeah,
of gods. So I'm like,
this dude has been through the pantheons, like numerous ones, But what have you? It's cool. Oh, but back to the Dark Moon. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was something nice and it was nice and light from something I've been watching.
mm-hmm.
You know, so it was a nice little change. I like it. I'm gonna stick with it. I think this will be one that'll be kind of like one that I'll have in the background playing. But I enjoyed it. It was something different, and I want to see what if she is a vampire, if she's something else, whatever. I almost got a bit of a Twilight vibe as well.
It was sounded like you were. It sounded like that as soon as you were starting to mention some stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like,
But not in a bad way. It just has like that, like they're not twinkling, but then again, whatever. But yeah, so Dark Moon, the Blood Altar, there are, I want to say 2 episodes up so far. So I think this might be a Wednesday release
okay.
for Crunchyroll. So there's that one. But yeah, this was when it was just there. It was just sitting there chilling, as if it was in a tomb and it needed to be rated. Jabba.
Well, I mean, since you mentioned that, we do have a first look at our Tomb Raider featuring Miss Sophie Turner. For you guys who don't know her, she was in Game of Thrones, as Sansa Stark, and then a couple of other films. But this is what she's mostly known for, since Game of Thrones is still popular for other spinoffs and stuff. But a lot of people are hating that she's casted. I don't know why, but before we get to that, I want to give shout outs to the character Lara Croft and the franchise Tomb Raider, because that's been getting a lot of look. Yeah. From like the Netflix animated series, like, new comic books coming out to like now. Mm. I mean, even for before the show, which is going to be featured on our Prime Video, them having like the live action movie that came out a few years back. I mean, I know it didn't do well, but like it still was getting like, looks on. So I'm like, can't complain. Laura, you do your thing. Get them coins. Mm-hmm. Now back to the casting. Miss Sophie Turner, I have no problem with her. I mean, I think what a lot of people are comparing her to is her to Angelina Jolie. You can't do that. Mm-mm. You can't. Like you just can't. It's two different women.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even compare. And I can't even say too much because I'm not like an avid Tomb Raider player. I mean, I know the stories and stuff, but like at least with Tomb Raider, just like how they did with Uncharted, pretty much it's just an Indiana Jones flick, just with a woman. You go in, get some treasure, beat a bad guy, maybe have some cameos from characters from the games or whatever, and then that's it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I mean, there's nothing diving into it. So I'm like, I mean, she looks like how the character did in, like, the earlier PlayStation games. Mm-hmm. I mean, spot on. I kind of want those glasses, though.
Yeah, those really are your style, because you have glasses similar to that now.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I want those because they're red. Kind of give me like Daredevil vibes.
That might be a future cosplay. I'm just saying.
Nah, that's too much leather. I don't want to be sweating.
Oh no, that joke go. No, I think that you could do like the Matt Murdock side.
True. Just being a business.
Like the cane, just have like the red cane. you know. Well, you you could have the mask out like tucking like coming out of your back pocket
Mm,
as like a little, and then the red. Yeah, I think it would be cool. I'm for this. Yeah, this is pretty much looks spot on. Like, I mean, even the pose.
mm-hmm.
And I didn't really play those games, but I knew the character Laura Croft. I think they're mad because yeah, because of Angelina Jolie. If anything, I would have compared her and the most recent actress from the movie, from the most recent movie. If I was going to
Right,
compare, I'm not going to because I'm not a jerk.
right.
I think it's also the fact of because she's not as buxom.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the more recent character designs for the character in the reboot, not just the game, but also the animated series comics, she's younger and she's not as buxom. She's more of an athletic build,
Mm-hmm.
which would make sense because of all the acrobatics and athletics and things that she does in being a Tomb Raider.
I mean, Home Grisser steps in.
I mean, yeah. So I'm not mad at that. Sophie Turner, Game of Thrones, yes. Jean Grey from X Men.
Right.
She's got skin in the game. You know what I mean? I'm for it. I want to see what happens with this. I'm excited because, well, like you said, Tomb Raider, Laura Croft over the last few years, yeah, between the updated games, which those three games were phenomenal. I'm still playing through the Jungle one. Those updated games were phenomenal. Absolutely loved them. And I only played one of the older games, so having that was great. Having the animated series on Netflix, having the new comics come out, having all of that, and there's a new game that's going to be coming out, I think, this year or next year.
Okay.
So I mean, because obviously, shout out to Shanae,
Yes.
the resident ninja archer and Tomb Raider lover.
The bestie.
You know what I mean? I'm all for this. I want to see we have to have different things and stuff too. I know why y'all are mad about this. I know why y'all are mad because it's not a woman that you would have cast, and it's a woman. That's why y'all are mad.
No, I think they're mad because of like the certain angle that's not being portrayed how it was in like the original PS1 games, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like they want this stuff that y'all gotta. If that's what you want,
To me, she was never that gave off that vibe.
yeah. Like if that's what you want, then go play the old games.
Mm-hmm.
Or y'all know how I am. I'm very positive as far as sex workers. Go hire a sex worker. Give a request. Pay them and that. But just chill. Stop being that way, please. Just stop. It's creep, it's cringe, it's all the other words that you can use. Relax. Just stop. Or just don't watch it. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is gonna be cool. I'm excited to see it. And in fact it's on Amazon. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's gonna be money in this as well. Um yeah, so let's see what this new Tomb Raider is gonna be about.
We'll
It'll be
keep you
fun.
posted. Hopefully, they give us a trailer soon.
Yeah. Yeah. The look is just spot on. I wish it was more of the updated look, but I understand why you would go with that iconic look though too.
Mm-hmm.
As,
I mean,
as far
because
as
it
like
is
the outfit.
iconic.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you look at it immediately, you think of somebody cosplaying as that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually spot on. So that's great. I'm looking forward to it. Excuse me. And last one we've got for today is Scum of the Brave.
Wow, why you gotta do me like that? Oh,
At least Brave is in there. I'm just saying.
true.
Nah? Okay.
I am brave.
So this is the anime that we talked about last week that I thought was going to be coming out soon, but it actually come out already. I think it had come up that Sunday.
Yes,
I
yes,
think it
we
was
did.
yes, that Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched this. This was subbed. So yay me for watching another subbed anime.
Proud of
Um,
you.
the one episode. I will watch it in English because I think I did miss a few things, but
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty cool. So basically, this is the story of kind of like these bounty hunters, kind of like these enforcers. We have these demon lords, and they're like the mafia bosses in the city, taking over, rampaging everything, and they have taken upon themselves to get powers. These kind of dark, they actually are dark mystical powers, but through means of like surgery and stuff like that, what have you. So to counteract them, there are these individuals, these enforcers that are called Braves. And what they do is they take an injection in the neck and it gives them powers. But they can have different powers as well. And our lead character, Yoshira, I think his name is, in the orange jacket here.
Mm-hmm.
He's our lead character. Kind of like a dirtbag dude. Uh, kind of like a vagabond. Um, and he's like broke. He's a gambler. He's a degenerate, basically. I don't know if I can down talk him anymore, truthfully. And he, this young girl to his right, she's actually going up against a couple of these bodyguards, these goons, up on top of a roof. Her and the girl to her right with the blonde hair. They take the blonde haired girl and beat up the other girl, and I think they throw her into the trash, like over the side of the building, and she survives.
Well, damn.
I know. He finds her, but she's about to get killed by one of the goons that was up on the building. He's come down to finish the job. She begs him for help. He ends up helping her because the guy comes after him. He puts the injection into his neck, and you see him become a bit stronger. He kicks dude in the face. I thought he was gonna like kick him, and you know how anime kicks are that you'd like go through a wall and break him.
Mm-hmm.
He just kicked him so hard, my man fell down. His face was all muffled up. His face was done. It turns out that this young girl wants him to be her master, to be her trainer, to be her senior, to train her. He says, "No, I do not want to. No, I don't care." He's looking at her school costume, as you all will see the school outfits. They are part of an academy that trains braves. They basically train them to be killers and assassins. And he finds that to be disgusting, to have a school of them, because he doesn't think anyone should be in that line of work, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's a bar that's just for braves. And it's actually kind of a funny area, and that's where they meet him at. And they're ready to fight. They're ready to fight. They're ready to fight. Reluctantly, he's with them. I thought this was kind of cool. This feels like kind of like a more of a buddy cop comedy kind of
Mm-hmm.
a thing. I actually liked it. I want to see how it is in English because again, I think I missed some parts when I was watching. I had to rewind a couple of times just because I'm missing it. But I enjoyed it. I like anything that has like braves or heroes, so like sentenced to be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
I like anything like characters that are degenerates, that are kind of street fighters, like rough like that. I don't necessarily like the more polished characters. I like the ones that are rough. They're trying to figure out. They're the underdog. They're the scrappy ones.
Right.
And then and then I love seeing um non-male female characters with swords and shields. I think that's one of the coolest things possible, especially when they actually are fighting. And because they're being trained to be assassins and everything, they know how to fight. They actually show them training in the school at the academy. So I love that fact too. They're not just going to be like damsels in distress. They're
Mm-hmm.
willing to fight and put it in. And yeah, so this was this had, I want to say this had 2 or 3 episodes up.
Okay.
I
So it's
definitely
still
recommend
early.
this one. Yeah. These are all early. Like I said, these are all new ones that just no. This one has 2 because it was last week. Sorry. Yeah. So these are all new. They are fresh out the oven, just piping hot, ready fresh. Just put some butter on them. You know, dip them in gravy with some biscuits and stuff like that, and you're good. That's it. Now I'm hungry again. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, so I definitely recommend Scum of the Brave. I think that's been a nice little smattering of different stuff that I've
Mm-hmm.
recommended for people today. So, last story, but I gotta ask Jabba, what are you watching? Or what are you reading?
Well, I still have my one book I need to finish reading, which is Demon Shadow of the Realm, which we have talked about before.
Yes.
Because I still have to finish. I am on book 4, so I have to finish that. So I might read that tonight.
Okay.
I did, even though it's not comic related, I did end up finish watching His and Hers on Netflix, which is a limited series, but it's really good.
Okay.
Like you think you have things from different perspectives. So I definitely recommend a watch this And by the way, it's not for the family; it's for adults only.
Okay.
So make sure you go watch that.
Okay.
But yeah, but that's about it.
Okay. I know Robert was talking about that in the chat, and he said that it was really good. His wife had read the books,
Mm-hmm.
so or the book, and she wanted to watch it. Awesome. I have to check that out.
So how about for you? What are you reading,
For me,
or what are you
what am I
watching?
reading? Reading. I am going to be starting in the Garden of Light and Shadow, volume 1. I read the prologue for it
Mm-hmm.
before it came out. This is from Cerise Rainey Murphy, who's also the founder of Virtuous Con. She's an award-winning author. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to be checking that out because I want to kind of step away from comics a little bit. I'm not going to give them up, obviously, but I just want to expand myself a little bit more. As far as comic book wise, I'm reading Cody Ziegler's Spider-Man,
Mm.
Miles Morales. It's really cool because in this series, the art is so dynamic and beautiful, but Miles has panic attacks and anxiety, and
Mm.
I love seeing a young character with that complexity, and then also have to deal with powers and everything like that, and having to be the curse of Spider-Man is to always feel like you're never enough, like you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing enough, but yet you're doing everything possible, doing more than you can actually. So I love that aspect of him, and the fact that it's Miles Morales, who is Afro Latino, which I am Afro Latino, the Afro Latinx. I wish I had a book like this when I was a kid, when I was younger, so I would have been able to maybe understand more what was happening with me, with
Mm-hmm.
anxiety and panic attacks and depression. So I'm reading that, and I'm also reading the second volume of Genius. Genius is one of my favorite books. It was a story about this young woman who they say in every generation there is one great military mind to be born. They talked about Napoleon, they talked about Alexander the Great, and then
Mm-hmm.
they mentioned her as well. And she basically takes all the gangs in LA or in her neighborhood, stuff like that, and consolidates them and makes them an army against police brutality and against the
Mm.
cops. And their neighborhood is like their fort. And the cops come around and they repel them continuously. It was one of the most just incredibly thought of things possible. Then there's a second volume where, after those events of what happened in the first volume,
Mm-hmm.
second volume, she's part of this organization. And in the first issue, she goes after sex traffickers dealing with children.
Mm.
That's how I love that fact of going after sex traffickers, going after predators. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love that. What am I watching? I am watching Gangs of London. I'm going to rewatch the first and second season because the third season came up,
Mm.
and it's one of my favorite shows. Absolutely, if you have AMC, oh, you know what? You can actually watch first and second season on Netflix. Highly recommend it. One
Okay.
of the most, yes, absolutely yes. That's what I'm recommending. Yes, um,
Recommendations.
yes. So, folks, that's the show. You have had Scummy Braves. You have had live action God Killers.
Mm-hmm.
You have casting news of a Tomb Raider. You have had vampires in school. You have had, my goodness, one of the
Everybody in
biggest.
school.
I mean, yeah, like one of the biggest. Actually, no, the biggest anime convention on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot. I need a nap.
Yeah. You
And a
know, we're not going to
strong
talk. We're going to talk about naps because I told somebody to take a nap earlier, but they don't want to listen to me.
strong nap.
You know, just because I'm gonna say it, I'm saying, see, this is why people don't listen to black women. Told you take one, now it's kicking you in the butt, and something else kicking our whole country in the butt because they want to listen to black women. Just saying that.
I listened to you during Destiny.
Yeah, I mean your life's on the line,
I mean, yeah.
but that's only digital. I'm talking about real life.
Uh, I
From
mean,
home.
I mean, I am going to get some good sleep tonight. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
because I got to get up early. So, folks, that's the show. But tune in Wednesday for more TBA news, where we'll be doing a comic book culture, comics culture. You know what it's called, damn it. It's
Comics.
comics with myself and Robert Jeffrey. We're going to be going through some of what we're reading and a couple of other things, and talking about some live action stuff that he's been watching as well, which is pretty cool because there's a lot of stuff that came out over the weekend, honestly. And then Friday, you'll be getting another
one of those.
There you go.
What are those?
This is why you take naps and listen to Black women.
Yep.
And so you don't yawn so much.
Yep.
And then Friday, you will be getting an episode of the Hungry Bleak Show, where I will be talking to you about some of the events happening in geek culture and the blackness and some really cool things. So there you go. All right. Look, you have a very good evening. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. Drink water. Take your meds. Take your vitamins for whatever is going on. And as always, F Trump, F ICE. And we will see you later.
Bye.
Peace. Unity.